Hello everyone, for today's video we are going to talk about chemical reaction. A chemical reaction is a chemical change which forms new substances. It is a process in which one or more substances, also called reactants, are converted to one or more different substances known as products. Furthermore, it is rearranges the constituent atoms of the reactants to create different substances as products. Chemical reactions are the most important types of events in the universe. It's through chemical reactions that plants grow, produce fruit, and become compost for new plants. It's because of chemical reactions that human beings and all other animals reproduce, digest, grow, heal, and think. But what exactly are chemical reactions? Why are they so important? Elements are the basic substances that make up matter in the universe. Each element is a chemical. Elements that form bonds are called molecules. Chemical reactions occur when molecules interact and change bonds between atoms in molecules. For example, has two oxygen atoms. Chemical reactions are the heart of literally every biological process in the universe. Stars form because of chemical reactions. In its core, life developed on Earth as the result of the chemical reactions. The circle of life is, at its heart, a series of chemical reactions. Even our ability to think and move is a result of chemical reactions that occur in our bodies. The reason why chemical reactions are important because chemical reactions are the reason we exist on the earth. Chemical reactions are how new forms of matter are made, while nuclear reactions also may produce new matter. Nearly all the substances you encounter in daily life are the result of chemical changes. Chemical reactions help us understand the properties of matter by studying the way sample of interacts with other matter. We can learn it chemical properties. These properties can be used to identify an unknown specimen or to predict how different types of matter might read with each other. By observing chemical reactions pique interest in science. These types of demonstrations encourage people to ask questions and may lead them into science-related careers. Chemical reactions help us to solve crimes and explain mysteries by analyzing blood and tissues examples. For example, police are able to identify the perpetrators of crimes. Chemical reactions are also the tools we use to date fossils, analyze ancient materials, and better understand how our ancestors lived. Furthermore, by observing chemical reactions in outer space, we are able to identify and describe other planets and moons are likely to be able to sustain life. And also, fire, the most important discovery made by human beings, is simply a chemical reaction. Lastly, without chemical reactions, nothing would ever change. Atoms would stay atoms. New molecules wouldn't form. No organism could live. If matter didn't react with each matter, the universe would be extremely boring. Chemical reactions have subtopics. First, types of chemical reactions. Second, redox and non-redox chemical reaction. Third, exothermic and endothermic reactions. And fourth, factors that influence chemical reaction rates. The different types of chemical reactions are: first, Combustion reaction. A combustion reaction is a reaction with a combustible material with an oxidizer to give an oxidized product. An oxidizer is a chemical fuel requires to burn, generally oxygen. Next, decomposition reaction. A decomposition reaction is a reaction in which a single component breaks down into multiple products. Certain changes in energy in the environment have to be made, like heat, light, or electricity breaking bonds of the compound. Considering the example of the decomposition of calcium carbonate, giving out calcium oxygen quick lime, which is a major component of cement. Next, neutralization reaction. A neutralization reaction is basically the reaction between an acid and base, giving salt and water as the products. The water molecule formed is by the combination of OH plus ions. The overall pH or the products when a strong acid and a strong base undergo a neutralization reaction between hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, giving out sodium chloride, common salt, and water. Next, redox reaction. A reduction oxidation reaction is a reaction in which there is a transfer of electrons between chemical species. Let us consider the example of an electrochemical cell like redox reaction between zinc and hydrogen. Next, precipitation or double displacement reaction. A precipitation or double displacement, it is a type of displacement reaction in which two compounds react and consequently their anions or endcations switch places forming two new products. Consider the example of the reaction between silver nitrate and sodium chloride. The products will be silver chloride and sodium nitrate after the double displacement reaction. Next, the synthesis reaction. A synthesis reaction is one of the most basic types of reaction, wherein multiple simple compounds combine under certain physical conditions, giving out a complex product. The product will always be a compound. Let's consider the synthesis reaction of sodium chloride with reactants, solid sodium and chloride gas. A chemical reactions is very important and valuable in our daily lives. Include photosynthesis, rust, baking, digestion, combustion, chemical batteries, fermentation, and washing with soap and water. Chemical reactions occur everywhere in the world around you, or as just in a chemistry lab. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.